Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Tekkit. In the last video we messed around with railcraft and created a train system to deliver fuel to our customers. And it went pretty well. Honestly, there's probably a lot more I could do with railcraft to make it a little bit more, I don't know, exciting. But to be honest, when you have teleportation and stuff like that, I don't know, it's a lot of work for really not a whole lot of gain. If you want to go from point A to point B, then just teleport it. This isn't parkour. You're not trying to come up with the most creative method of getting over there ever, so who cares about it, really? Now, that said, I have let the game run over the weekend a little bit, so we should have delivered at least a dozen tanks of fuel by now. Let's see if they've paid me. Well, now, that is awkward, isn't it? Must be some sort of mistake. I wonder if they found the ender chest. Maybe they haven't figured out how to pay me yet. Well, on the off chance they are being uppity, I did warn the guy that I would burn his village to the ground, and there is a very effective way of lighting things on fire in this game. It is called the Ring of Ignition. Oh, that's Arcana. Hang on. Ring of Ignition! This thing is made by using an iron band with some dark matter, flint and steel, and Mobius fuel. The dark band, of course, being some iron with a bucket of lava, which we should be able to do. So give me a second to collect some materials, and then we'll burn his house to the ground. There we go, an iron band with a bit of dark matter, some flint and steel, and a couple of Mobius fuel, and then boom! Ring of Ignition! Let's test this thing out and make sure it works the way I want it to. So if I remember correctly, simply left-clicking should fire a quick projectile. Well, that sort of worked. Didn't really light the leaves on fire. What about this? Huh. I'll admit I'm a little disappointed with how that's turning out. Maybe I need to charge it up a little bit. Nope. Maybe I need fuel? Could be that I need fuel. Now, some of the artifacts in Equivalent Exchange do require that. Could be redstone dust, could be glowstone. Give me a quick second and let's see what works. Well, of course, now it would be raining, but this is actually a good opportunity to test something. Like I was saying, you can use glowstone, redstone, even my Swiftwolf's Rending Gale can do stuff in the rain. Boom! Lightning and thunder! Actually, hang on, I think I can actually shoot the storm. Ooh. Oh, it got dark. Oh, it's getting real dark. Oh, dear. I seem to have unleashed a thunderstorm. And now if I want to use lightning and thunder... Boom, 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 boom! Even better. But that is... Oh, it's not using up my glowstone. Well, that's weird. I thought that it did. Ah, well. Hey, Sheepoo. Boom, boom, boom. That is so immensely satisfying. All right, but for seriously now, the rain does have to actually stop. All right, let's actually see if I can light things on fire as soon as the rain goes away. 3, 2, there we go. Light it on fire. Well, this is just freaking disappointing now. What am I missing? Oh, it's a bug. It's a known bug. Single-player survival, it doesn't light things on fire at all. Oh! Okay, well, it lights some things on fire if I press the R button. Right-clicking seems to work just fine. I should be immune to fire, by the way. I can just sort of stomp it out wherever the heck I want it to go. Huh. Okay, so I can't launch anything, but I can definitely walk over to things and set them on fire if I so desire. I mean, this is probably not going to get out of control at all, right? Well, that's just better safe than sorry. Put it all out. Just call me Smokey Bear, or whatever. Putting out all the fires. Only I can solve the problem that I created. What's that sound? Huh. Seem to have upgraded their security somewhat since I was last here. Well, that is interesting now, ain't it? Well, the fuel has definitely been delivered, so as far as I can tell, they have no excuse. Alright, well, I warned them. Where's the guy I was looking for? Is that you? That's probably you. Oh, don't you run from me. You come back here. Hey! Hey! What did I say was gonna happen? Come back here. You did not pay me. I really hope this is actually you because y'all kind of look alike, but I'm gonna assume so. I said that if you didn't pay me, I was gonna burn your house to the ground and kill your family. So guess what? You've invoked the wrath of Pravus. Oh, wait. Yep. Yes! Now you will fear me! Let that be a lesson to the lot of you. Beautiful. Simply beautiful. The other cool thing about this ring is it actually does make you completely immune to lava as well as fire. Case in point. Oh, look at me. I love bathing in lava. It's so good for the skin. Ugh. There we go. Oh, they saw that. Yep, I'm a firewalker. You know, this whole debacle has kind of brought to my attention that we have a bit of a security problem. If we were ever to be attacked or face another player or something like that, then I don't know if I'm quite well defended. Today might be a good opportunity to start exploring, armaments and other forms of weaponry and defensive technology. Starting with the rings. You see, if I were ever to combine the rings of power, I could create a super ring. The Ring of Arcana, or Arcana, or whatever you want to call it. It's a pretty powerful artifact that combines Swiftwolf's Rending Gale with the Ring of Ignition, a Zero Ring, and a Harvest Goddess Band. Now, what are these two things? Never seen those before. Well, the Harvest Goddess Band. Well, if I can see the recipe. No, that's not right. Come on. There. Oh, gosh, dang it. There we go. This thing is made by using an iron band with some dark matter, some saplings, and some flowers. Which is easy enough for me to come by. That's no problem. Let's go ahead and place you right here. A couple of spare dark matter, then some saplings, and then a rose, and then a flower. And now we have the Harvest Goddess Band. This thing is not very good for defensive purposes, but it is pretty good at planting mass crops. If I could find my... Where did I put my... Oh, wait. No, I don't have a red matter hoe anymore. Hang on. Let's go ahead and head outside. If I wanted to till the soil of a fairly large area, we could absolutely do so using my red matter guitar. Let's set this thing up like, I don't know. Let's see, right here. This should be good, right? Yes. Okay. Doink. Now we have tilled soil everywhere. Perfect. Now I'm going to take the ring. Sure, turn it on? Maybe not? Wait. Crap. How do I use it? Try this again. Maybe I just need some seeds. Oop. Well, try to do something. Oh, there we go. Right-clicked and it just planted crops everywhere. With this ring, you can feed an entire civilization. It's amazing, but you need a million frickin' seeds for it to work. But combined with the red guitar, it's pretty powerful. Now, the other ring that we wanted to create was the Zero Ring, and for that to work, we're going to need to have a bit of snow and ice. Unfortunately, I've already explored this area, and we already know that there are some cold mountain peaks up ahead. So, I'm going to gather some snow, and maybe we can use this to create a good ring. Aha! Here we are. I always love snowy biomes in Minecraft. They look great. All right, let's dig up some snow. Oh, maybe not. Hang on. Yep, there we go. Snowballs for days. Hey, look, a wolf. I bet I can hit it. Yeah, awesome. You know, at the risk of tooting my own horn, looking back at all this, I have to say this is one of the best looking bases I've ever made. I am quite proud of this. All right, Zero Ring. Now for this to work, we're going to create some snow, kind of like so, and now we'll look up the Zero Ring, which is dark matter, snow, snowballs, and again, an iron band. So we'll place a little bit over here, a couple of snowballs, some snow packed up into cubes, and we have a Zero Ring. Now what does a Zero Ring do? Well, it's not the most useful thing I've ever seen, but we can use it to turn things cold. For example, if I turn this thing on... Can I walk over this? Nope. Crap. That's not it. Hang on. Right click. There we go. I have ice. Yay! I can walk on the water. It also can turn lava into obsidian as you walk around, which is kind of useful, I suppose. And we throw unlimited snowballs, so you ever want to get into a tussle with one of your best buds on a Tekkit server? There you go. A little bit of harmless fun. Here, sheepies. I'm sure this is harmless. Absolutely harmless. Come back here. Don't you flee from me. It's harmless fun. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, it wasn't harmless fun after all. Well, oops. Really, though, where you start to have some fun is combining all of these rings. Now, for that to work, though, I am going to need a bit of red matter. So let's go ahead and put some dark matter in there. That should do just fine. Thank you. And now we're going to create our ring. Harvest Band, Zero Ring, Ring of Ignition, Ring of Hearts. No, wait, that's Captain Planet. Here we go. Place these here, and we have the Ring of Arcana. Wait, it gave me back my Harvest... What? It gave back my Zero Ring and Harvest Goddess Band. I am fairly confident that's a bug. But okay, we have a super powerful ring. And now if I press the G key, we can switch between different modes. We can turn this thing on and we can start firing fire everywhere. It's great. We can change with C to the Swiftwold Terrain Gale. Oh, hello. Lightning. How did it fire over there? It's a clear sky. Lightning out of nowhere. I am a god. Of course, you can also switch to your Goddess Harvest Band. You can also turn on the Zero Ring. And then as I walk around on the water, look at this. It just forms a bridge, an ice bridge as I walk around. I'm practically Elsa. Sheep don't belong on lily pads. Bye. Of course, now the question is, how do I effectively get rid of all this stupid ice? May not have thought that one through. And of course, regardless of which mode you leave it on, you do still have the power of flight. Not sure what to do with these leftover rings. I guess I'll just leave them here for now. It is a little bit weird. Of course, if you wanted to use something a bit more direct to attack your enemies than a ring of arcana, you could always just make an Archangel smite ring. This thing is made of using bows, feathers, an iron band, and some dark matter, as per usual. But it is pretty effective at what it does. We'll just place you over Myan. Now we have an Archangel smite. Now, why is my inventory filled with dirt, you might ask? Well, dirt can be turned into arrows using the Archangel's smite or the energy from a Klein star, but if you have dirt or cobblestone, I think it prioritizes that if it can. Hello, sheepy. You want to be my test victim? Pew. Oh, look at that. It attacked the sheep, and now it has no idea what happened. It's like I got stung by a bee. But you may have noticed that the arrow actually followed a target. Look at this. Ooh. In direct fire mode. Pew. Look at that. Seeking targets. Pew pew. Dead sheepies! It's freaking amazing. But this is even in its final form. Let's suppose that I wanted to change... Oh, God! I was gonna say, let's suppose that I wanted to hit the G key. Million freaking arrows until I stop. Now, it keeps draining up my energy from my Klein star. Apparently, it does not favor the dirt at all. But I'm pretty sure every single one of these is a homing shot. Yep. Just keeps going until it's dead. Whoa! Well, apparently it tracks the soul of the sheep, too. Pew! Bye. It's pretty effective. Look at that. They keep chasing more targets. I didn't even see that ocelot. Gosh, what else can I kill? The power. It's so irresponsible. I could also left-click, and it kind of has a shotgun effect. Boink. Oh, well, they all suck that thing out, and it's dead. Oh. How on earth did the grass save you there? Yes, sir, you do get to live for that one. But your cousin doesn't. Pew! Oh, it's dead. Oh no, my sheep! I didn't mean to leave it on! I'm so sorry! Well, you gotta be careful around your livestock. One of the things really worth mentioning, this thing does still work through immunity frames. So, you know how you usually get hit? You got like a little quarter of a second before you can get hit again? Nope, this thing just utterly obliterates you. So yeah, if there's ever another player on your server who's giving you a bad time, you can just kind of walk around with the Archangel Smite, and then rain death from a frickin' above. Oh my god. Now, suppose you think that equivalent exchange is too powerful and you don't want to use magic. First off, I don't know why on earth you're tying your hand behind your back if you're going to go into a war scenario, but okay, let's suppose you wanted to do that. You could create a musket as well. Muskets are made using the stock, which is some sticks and some wood, plus a musket barrel, which is iron, plus a flint and steel, kind of a flintlock system there, and that creates a musket. You can also throw on a bayonet, which is an iron knife, which is just a dagger and a stick. And for ammunition, you would need musket rounds, which are iron, gunpowder, and paper. Again, I feel like we're going to a very revolutionary wartime, but if it works, it works. All right, let's test this thing out. Hold the right click, and now we are set, and... You know what? I don't know if I have the heart to kill this thing. But sounds like something might have happened anyway. Well, what we could do instead is place a training dummy. And this thing... Training, I can just right click on this, is made with using wool, a leather tunic, some wheat, and a stick, because everything is better on a stick. So let's place a training dummy right here. yoink. Hello, how you doing there? Hold down the right click. We are loaded, and boom! Not very effective. Presumably it would do a lot of damage. Sure looks cool, I suppose. Fire? Sounds great, too. There are lots of other cool things you could do. Blunderbuss is an option. There is the crossbow as an option. Or perhaps you're a little bit more old-fashioned and just like things that go boom really loud. And for that, you could build a cannon. Cannons are pretty fun. Some wood, iron ingots, and flint and steel. So let's go ahead and place down a cannon like so. Whoa, hello. Aren't you charming? Okay, now to fire this thing, you're gonna need some cannonballs, which is just a bunch of stone in a cross pattern. But okay, here we go. Right click. It's a little bit unwieldy, but I think if I held spacebar, well, right click? Nope, hang on. Oh, maybe I have to use the cannonball on it. Wait, hang on. Nope. You know, it's occurring to me that it's probably not a good idea to be waving around a cannon outside my base if I have no idea what I'm doing. But I'm pretty sure what I'm missing here actually is some gunpowder. So let me go grab some of that. Okay, now that I have gunpowder and cannonballs in my inventory, I right-click. There we go. And press space. Nope. Hold it down. Oh! Oh, no! Well, it works. Apparently cannonballs bounce off of training dummies, though. Try this a little bit further down range here. Boom! Oh, yes. Kinda works. But wait, there are still more weapons of destruction and death and mayhem that we can create in this mod pack. Let's talk about the Nano saber. Now, the Nano saber is basically just a really effective sword. If we place a couple of advanced alloys, some glowstone dust, an energy crystal, and a couple carbon plates, we'll have a Nano saber. Doesn't look like much, does it? It's just an empty hilt. But wait until I charge this thing. There we go. Now it is charged. Still doesn't look like much, does it? That's fine. Let's hit the G key. Nope. C key. Nope. V key. Nope. Right click. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Now it's just like glowing blue and orange non-stop. Now this thing should be capable of doing like 10 hearts of damage with one click. So yoink, goodbye. Pretty much murders players in one hit if they're not properly armored. And I think it destroys nano armor in one hit as well. But is completely ineffective against something called quantum armor, which we will look at in a little bit. And the last thing that I want to show you guys is not really intended to be a weapon at all, but really it kind of functions as one. It's called a mining laser. Now if we place a couple of advanced alloys, a advanced circuit, which you guys have already seen, a couple of energy crystals, and a piece of redstone, we will have a mining laser. Now just like the Nano saber, this thing does need to be charged for it to be very effective, so let's go charge it up. There we go. Now we have a mining laser, which looks like some sort of a futuristic gun. And for all intents and purposes, it might as well be. Pew! Well, doesn't seem to do much from this range. Hang on, let's get a little closer. And pew! There we go. Destroyed a couple of blocks. Doing! Doing! Doing, 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 doing. It's pretty effective at mining stuff, actually. And this does work in the nether, by the way. You can mine up your ores without actually upsetting the zombie pigmen. But we're mostly interested in this for weaponry purposes, and we can change the mode of this thing by hitting the G key? No, it's M. You have to hold down M and right-click. Low focus, long range. Pew! There we go. Destroyed stuff way over there. It's like a sniper rifle. Can it reach over there? Let's see. Looks like that might have been a little bit too far. Okay, so sniping is a little bit of a far shot, but hey, it works. Did it just push that block? No, I think it just mined out several blocks, but it sure looked like it pushed it, didn't it? We can also do superheat mode, which just sets things on fire, I think. What does it do to water? Nothing. Okay. Don't really care about that. Could also switch over to scatter mode. Pew! Whoa! Now that's just destructive now, ain't it? Talk about a mining shotgun. Boom! Very irresponsible weaponry, but also very effective. And finally, explosive mode. Boom! I like that it changes the sound effect too. Whoop-pew! Whoop-pew! The other benefit is that when you kill something like, let's say, a pig, it should set on fire and it will release a cooked pork chop as a meal. So I'm just going to let him run around and do his thing over there. Hi, buddy. How you doing there? Pew! One more time. Yep. There we go. And now we have dinner. So between the rings of power, the mining laser, nano stuff, and also daggers and cannons and muskets, there's plenty of weaponry to kill you and everyone around you several times over. Let's suppose you wanted to survive this, though. My opinion, there's only one really good answer, and that is to build quantum armor. Now, it's very similar to my nano armor, but significantly better, and I'm practically immune to all things. The only big downside to quantum armor is it is very expensive and difficult to make. You need your advanced alloys, certainly. You also need your Lapotron crystals, and you need your nanosuits. Okay, seems fine. But then there's these things called iridium plates, which are a little bit more difficult to make. Diamonds, advanced alloy, and iridium ore. Now, what do you get iridium ore? That is a question I will answer another time. Mostly because I actually would like to create a proper quantum armor factory, which is often passed by for a lot of people. It's quite involved, but it's pretty cool when it gets all working, and that's why I'm building these structures out. But we're not quite there yet. Alright, let's check in with the Ender Chest and see if they got the message yet. Oh, now that is cute now, isn't it? Seems they're trying to send a message to me. Well, that's just not gonna do now, is it? What the... What is the meaning of this? There's little villagers all outside my base and they brought robots with them. Who do you guys think you are? You, sir! What is the meaning of this? You send me dirt and then you bring droids over to my house. You know, if I didn't know any better from your tone, I'd say that you're making some sort of a threat. Look, I can't tell any of you guys apart. Are you considered the leader? Good enough for me. As if I'm gonna stand for any of this. Burn with me, you fools! I am Pravus the Almighty. All of you shall be blown away in my glory. Or better yet, I'll just smite all of you. Well, this should teach them a lesson they'll never forget. As if I was ever going to tolerate an invading army. Oh, you got a straggler. Go and tell your people what happened here today. I don't think these people quite know who they think they're dealing with. Well, I got something that'll show them. I'll just take a little bit of uranium, throw it into the compressor, obtain my refined uranium, and then mix it with a little bit of gunpowder. So a proper explosion compresses the uranium and sends it into a chain reaction that will create an explosion of catastrophic biblical proportions, also known as the nuke. Now, as fun as it might seem, I probably don't want to just place a nuke and then flip a switch right next to it and then try to run. It might kill me. So, if I'm going to use a nuke, then I want to use wireless technology. And that is, of course, completely doable in Tekkit. We could create a wireless receiver, which uses some stone wires, which you've seen before with stone wafers, an obsidian stick, which is just a couple of obsidian, and then a receiver dish, which is a stone bowl made of some stone, plus a wireless transceiver, which is an obsidian stick with an ether pearl thing, which is a pearl surrounded by glowstone and redstone. This thing will receive a wireless signal and then create a redstone signal, which presumably will set off the nuke. How do we send the signal, though? Well, you could use a wireless transmitter, or, if you want to be fancy, you could create a wireless remote, which is just one of these transceiver things, plus a button. That's pretty easy. So we'll just go ahead and place a couple of stone wires like so. Get one of those little stick things. Oh, wait, hang on. We needed a bowl, didn't we? Let's do this. There we go. Receiver dish, obsidian stick, couple stone wafers, and there we go. We have a wireless receiver, plus a transmitter with a button, and now we have a wireless remote. And just because I think it would be kind of fun, let's create an alarm so that people know when this thing is about to go off, which is made using a howler alarm, which is some note blocks, which is just redstone surrounded by wood, plus some iron, plus some electric circuits, and redstone. Perfect. Now they can hear their death approaching. And I think I know exactly where I'm going to test the nuke. Now, the villagers won't know this, but I'm pretty confident this entire town is abandoned, so we're not committing mass murder exactly, but it's sure gonna look that way, or at the very least, it's gonna scare the ever-loving crud out of them. So let's place a nuke right, I don't know, here. That seems fine. We're gonna go ahead and place a couple bit of redstone like so. We are going to place a wireless receiver, and I'll set this to frequency 1. That way, if I hold and right-click here, we can set the wireless frequency on the remote to also be 1. One right-click will set it off, and then the nuke will go. Now, I think I want to keep a fair distance back, so this might be good enough. Got a second wireless receiver here to also receive the same signal. And I've set up an RS latch here, which is just kind of one of the many things you could do in Red Power that's like a logic circuit for redstone, which is just made using cathodes, anodes, wires, and so on. And it's a little annoying. Once I flip the switch, it's going to turn into a permanent latch that keeps us going. Let's place down our alarm like so. It's going to actually get very annoying. And we're going to back it up and let it go. Well, that's a really annoying sound, isn't it? Don't like it that much. Think it takes like 16 seconds for it to go off or something? May want to shield your eyes. Oh, well, say goodbye to the village of the damned. Shut up, you annoy me. Ooh, let's take a look and see what our damage is. I mean, it's pretty reasonable. The entire village has been evaporated. And it did kind of create a smoldering crater, but beyond that, I don't know. Nukes in this game are not nearly as fun as they are in other mod packs, but either way, the villagers will learn from this experience, I have no doubt. And I think that's about where I'm going to end things for today. So, lots of weaponry, lots of cool stuff you can do in Tekkit. In the next video, I think we're going to go ahead and work on building up a quantum armor factory, and there's a few things we're going to need to make this work. It's not nearly as involved as some people think it is, but it is a little bit challenging. It'll be fun for us, though. Thank you all very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed this episode. If so, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.